This is a Let's Play by Mr. Dualmind. Today, we're going to be doing a Zygor Guide test run. In this video, we will be using the following methods to level faster. No looting, the heirlooms, a level 25 guild for the experience perk, and the features of the Zygor Guide, which I will explain later. What we will not be using are things like Refer a Friend, the 300% experience potion, and we will not be entering battlegrounds or dungeons. We will only be leveling through quests and killing rares and, general stuff like that. So, let's get into it. Alright, so, gotta whisper someone, let them know I need to get in the guild. I gotta grab my items. There's the invite. And now I just put on my gear and we'll go and see what we can do. You just gotta massacre these worms. Most people know the Blood Elf starting zone. So, let's talk about the features of the Zygor Guide. First off, over there on the little mini-map, you can see the arrow. I haven't moved it yet, but it just generally points in the direction for the best locations to find whatever it is you need to do. Whether it's pointing at a quest giver, an item that you need to pick up, or just the best zone to find whatever you need to kill. Or the best area, rather. It's just a really helpful feature, I suppose. And it's made by the guy, I guess he went into a lot of looking into it and just found the best places. So that's the whole point of the guide. You may notice I'm on the wrong guide. Yeah, I notice here. To go in and you see all the guides, you just go in, I'm an idiot. Go there, accept, and bam, you're on the right guide. It has suggestions, and it will automatically move on when you've reached a certain point, so having heirlooms doesn't keep you in the same zone until whatever it thinks you need to be. It can detect what level you are. A few of the other features, you may notice I'm not having to do anything. I just wanted the mouse on for this part. It may get a little annoying, so that you can see. All I do is click on them, and it's done. It might be hard to notice. I thought I'd point that out because, as far as I know, the starting zones, those first quests you get, they auto-accept anyways. But the Zygor Guide has a feature, no matter what level you are. If you go and talk to an NPC that it tells you to talk to and get a quest from them, it will automatically open the quest that it wants you to take and then take it from them. As well, whenever you go in and to turn in a quest, it will automatically turn the quest in for you. It's a feature that really speeds it up. It states that it can make it confusing, but if you're a veteran player, it won't be a problem at all. And you'd really have to be like I was when I first started playing World of Warcraft, not having any idea what any of this stuff is about. And I don't know many people that are going to go looking for leveling guides, especially one like this one, if they're just starting out, if they don't even know if they like the game. But World of Warcraft is a pretty simple to understand game when it comes to doing quests, and the guide pretty much makes it easier. If you right click and it says there in the bottom left, quest accepted, thirst unending, that you can see. You know what's going on. Now, you may know it says gather the Lynx collars, and I've been killing a few mana worms and trents and stuff like that. Well, there's just sometimes I don't agree with this guide, such as how it wants me to only get the Lynx collars and then just go pick that scroll up. I figure I might as well just, kill some of them along the way. If I need their shards, or whatever they are that they're dropping, the mana crystals, then why not kill them, And hey, I used a guide a long time ago, back in Burning Crusade, and it said you should really try to kill things on your way between quest objectives. So yeah, there I'm having some problem with that arrow. It just keeps getting in the way. Move it all the way down there. And see what I did there with the map? I'll move it back because that's a bad idea. The whole box there for the guide, it can really expand. It can have a couple paragraphs worth of things that it wants you to do, because it's very helpful in explaining to you things. Like, if there's something that's hard to see, for example, it'll explain to you what it is you're looking for. Not only there on the left will it show you what it is that you need to look for, like right now it's supposed to be showing me the orb, but apparently it doesn't feel like it. I don't know. It's a little glitchy. It's probably just my system, but it says there on the right, click Salonia's scrying orb. It's pretty hard to miss. I haven't ever had a problem with missing an object, but I do know that there are some objects in the game before that I've come across, and it's been really hard to find them. You know, you're looking around, and sometimes you just don't know what you're looking for. Well, this will not only give you a 3D view of what it is that you're looking for, but if it's kind of something that you don't know, let's say you're looking for an NPC and they wander around, you know? If it's your first time playing through, like I use this guide to level my first horde to 85 in about a few days. It worked pretty well for me, but I didn't know a lot of the quests, you know? I didn't know what I was looking for. If there was an NPC that was patrolling, for example, I wouldn't know that he was patrolling. So this guide will say, he walks around, you know, that's just an example. It'll say, he walks around, you may have to look for him. And it'll just tell you the general location that he's in. You know, it's pretty easy to find most patrolling characters. Like, it also helps with, I'm thinking on Alliance side, that old quest you had to do when you had to kill the Defia's messenger. Remember, people would be asking in Westfall where he is, and people, if they were helpful, would point it out. Hey, I just saw the messenger here, you know. Well, a lot of new players didn't know. I think it said he patrols, but, you know, the guide, it just tells you right there. He patrols this road. He patrols the entire road. You may have to go so far to look for him, you know. It just tells you things like that. So, I'm not sure exactly how far we are in here now, but we're not too far in, and we're turning in the first batch of quests. It auto-updates. I like that. I've had guides before that, you know, you have to keep clicking the next arrow. See, this is another thing I don't agree with. I could have just grabbed this quest while I was up to talk to, what's his name, Salonia or whatever. I could have just grabbed it while I was up to talk to him the first time, and then I could have done it on my way back in. I wouldn't have had to come back out to do this quest, but I guess it really doesn't matter that much. It's not going to make a huge impact. You know, it's just one of those things that if you... I guess it's kind of a preference. The guide is supposed to know the best way to level, but that right there, you're not going to get any benefit from having to go back to do the quest when you could have just grabbed the quest, run up here to that Salonian, and then jumped down, done the quest, and turned it in when you came back. You know, would have been a lot easier to do that. But it's like I just said, it's not going to make a huge impact. So we've reached level 5, and the guide is 1 to 5. If you click that little orange arrow you might notice over there in the box, you can go in and you can look at the guide, and it'll tell you, based on the bars you see on the experience, most people know there's 20 bars. So each bar is 5% experience. So it'll tell you, plus so many bars. I think this guide is about plus 6 bars. I wasn't paying attention. But you see, soon as I reach that certain amount of experience into level 5 I need to be, it'll do what it just did there, and it'll suggest the next guide. It'll say, you're ready for this next zone. So now we're moving on to the level 5 to 12. And that stopwatch is just for me, so I know. I should have probably had something in the game from the start to let me know how long I had been going. I was more thinking about right there, the played, 8 minutes and 37 seconds, so about 8 minutes. I think I did the first slash played right after I hit right after I moved on to the next guide, so about 8 minutes we were in the starter zone. Now normally I would have been out there doing all the quests up until the final guy, and normally you would too, if you don't have the heirlooms and all that. So, you know, I'm doing this for more veteran players, really. However, it is still the same, not the same speed, but it's really fast compared to leveling on your own. Unless, of course, you just happen to be planning some sort of questing path that goes quite along with Zygor Guide. But you know, I would have been in there for a long time, and it just moves us on like this. This is the kind of quest right here that makes you really wish I had a mount. If I continue to keep doing these Let's Plays, and, you know, I hope that they get popular, and I hope you all like them, and I hope that I can get more interesting and be more better entertain you guys, because this is my first video I've ever made, so, hey, you know, cut me a break here. But what I'm trying to say is, I will not always be the person that is playing. I am not the person who normally plays on this account. That's not saying I stole it or anything. I'm just saying this is a shared account. It used to be my account, but my friend who mostly plays on it now kind of took over. And since then, they've, you know, been the one that plays on it mostly. So sometimes they will be the one playing and I will just be doing the commentary. So I don't want to say that that I will get popular enough. I say that I probably won't. I've never been the kind of person that can get popular, but the point is, if people were to start whispering, you know, look up there and see what the character name is and come back and try to whisper me in game, it may not be me, you know. So just think about that before you message me and all that. But anyways, moving on, just going to go up here to Falcon Wing Square. And we're going to take this quest. You see there how I can just grab it and run by? I'm kind of lagging. It was really lagging, actually. I play Xbox a lot, and I had it on. Apparently, it was sucking down the internet. But I live in the middle of nowhere, so internet is just horrible out here anyways. But I believe I turn it off here in a second. In fact, right about there is where I believe I turned it off, but you can see there it tells you where to set your hearth, and it won't move on until you do it, unless you just press the arrow. Towards the later levels, probably about Outland, I started just ignoring that. I set my hearth to, I think the Laren is where I set it to, and I didn't bother just setting it again. I would just always move past that, so I didn't really care for that much, and I believe that's the place we will end it. We're just going to end it right there, and we're going to pick that up right there. But so, thank you for watching. That'll be the end of the video till next time, where hopefully, if we get enough views, I might not want to continue this if nobody's watching, but I might as well anyways. We will start level 5 to 12 of Eversong. After that, it's off to Undercity, but we'll get to that, won't we? Anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you for still watching to the very end. This is my first ever YouTube video, and I'm hoping to get started with this. A like or a subscribe, either one would really help me out. It would help my friend out a lot. And just thank you for watching in general. Bye-bye. See you next time.